Alright, after some ado, I am going to keep playing. I had a little bit of a break, went and had something to drink. I will only be going for 1 hour though, because I don't want to mess up my sleeping pattern quite too much. I mean, it's already pretty messed up actually. Come on. Keeping them in neat 1 hour parts is like the best for me. Alright. Okay. We basically have everything going. Don't need to be building spider weapons, no. Can build some in Milan though. Go over there. Just go occupy as much as possible. So yeah, the biggest thing when fighting against AI is just to know where their armies are. So I know that their 8k is roughly over here and their 5k is roughly over there. So basically like their guy got run over there. Let's run away. Basically you want to try to avoid big battles because we kind of want to, so it's roughly over there. It's nice that I can kind of see a little bit around Ankara. So I have like a bit of a heads up when they, for example, would try to do something. So annex. I should be okay because basically they're over there. These guys are over here. Whoa. Keep running, keep running. We peace out yet? Not quite. Not quite full whack. Whoa, legitimacy. Well, that's gonna suck. I can't take the legitimacy. Get nerfed economy. Trebizond did sadly lose a bunch of dudes from that, which is a bit of a shame. Okie dokie. Please help me, Trebizond. It's a bit of a shame that you lost so many guys, but it is what it is. Almost out of Parliament. More money. I think I just want more tech. Would be nice, I guess. Unlocking tech slightly faster is probably better. Guess I'll do that one. That's nice. I mean, that's kind of like sideways progress, but that's nice. Ask for a law change. Let's see if there's any. I know limited censorship, strict censorship is a good one for tolerance of the true faith and all that stuff. But I think there is like the better one. Clergy power and religious influence, which is great. There's nothing here. Nothing there. Religious teachings, devout teachings. Religious teachings is already the best one for us. Yeah, basically just this one combined thingy, whatever that one is, and then we can hopefully like boost our thing a bit. Aragon actually took land from France. What kind of backwards ass France is this? What an absolute state. Alright, so we have that, we have follow through on those guys. Guess we might as well build one on Bulgaria too. And stop building one on Naples because we already have a casus belli on them. Yes, we do. And then concentrate on the war. Trebizond is useful to have as like an ally, just for the fact that they ferry my troops over. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Alright, pal. Yeah, let's do that thing where we pull back a bit, actually. Let's pull back and let's eat all the food here and then lure them in here. That would be great. They will not have any food. Because we're eating it. Cool, cool. Grant them. And we can wait, so then we can probably do another law change. We can do that other one, implement strict censorship. Gonna rope-a-dope, aka pull them into our land. We want to do the whole naval blockade thing, make sure that they don't really like do anything. We do have to be a bit careful because once that territory falls, basically we want to make sure that there's like no food here, or almost no food. Thanks for the ships. Yeah, thankfully they are doing a great job of like advancing here. And great job eating the food. Like, my god, look at that. That is beautiful. I really hope they continue to go into my territory this way. They're already out of food there. Just need them to keep going in there. Do gotta kinda get rid of their little, like, frontal dudes. It's a bit of a risk, but... Ooh. I can get 10% support for 2 point something legitimacy. I think that is kind of worth getting those law changes. Because it's like a 15% swing. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do another law change. Strict censorship. This is very dodgy because I don't know where the enemy army is at. I assume they've kind of like spread out a bit. There should be an instant stack like that. Good. Then really run away again. Run away. Everybody run and retreat. So gotta get rid of their little like small stacks. If they want to like advance into my territory, they're gonna have to send over their big stacks. I'm gonna be eating a bunch of this food. Nom nom nom. Let's wait a bit. I mean, okay, good. They're over there now with their no food. We can definitely mega trap them. Not sure why these guys are taking like different roads. Maybe that is like a thing that they do for some reason. Okay, they have gotten. So we're arriving on the 10th and on the 16th or whatever. I'm just gonna assume that there's nobody there. Oh my god, look at that. That's such a juicy target. Okay, so that will cut them off. They will, of course, have a little bit of the food in that province, which might give them respite, but I don't actually think that there's like hardly anything left in that province. Oh no, there's some food. So they're gonna have a little bit of food. They could try to go through these mountains here. There's not really much I can do about it if they do. Just be a bit careful. Okay, so there they are. They have food from this place, from Karos. That is another mountain, so I'm gonna waddle over there. They are saying that they will do the thing here. Our terrain is to our benefit. Guessing their morale will really hurt. Okay, so they are invitation. Sport. Legitimacy, sport. This gives me even more legitimacy, so it's good. Despite them rolling -2, we are getting a bit owned here. Six roll, 10 roll. Okay, we have rolled good on the engagements here. Our center is just terrible, basically. Alright, we're gonna have to retreat over there. It's awful for us, but we'll see. Another mountain. They should come to regret that attack. There is just no food here. They are starving. I imagine they will completely starve. They're heading over there and completely starving in the process. I am a little bit worried about them pushing me on this mountain. They could do it, basically. Yeah, they will. Just retreat. Okay, so those guys are still getting food from somewhere. Not able to get food. And Mr. Goal-orientated, hunt them down. Okay, I did... They're supposed to get out of there. Oh, man, he was there. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. Terrible, terrible plays. We should be able to retreat out of it, though. That's not awful. -5. Okay. Do want to retreat out of it, though. Retreat all the way to this place. Tactical retreats, etc., etc., etc. I could actually, if I was paying attention, I could genuinely see that he was already like... Okay, so they might be getting food from the sea. Let's deal with that. No food from the sea. Bam. That's the first domino has fallen, basically. Those guys are at ridiculously low morale. Fairly sure I can just defeat them with their 44 morale. Yep, there you go. That has also cost them a lot of war exhaust, I'm pretty sure. Having those guys defeated. Okay, it hasn't actually caused them that much war exhaust. Just a bit. Ten to 1 casualties, etc. Do need to build a spy network in them. I've had lazy diplomats, but I guess I've just been focused on the war, which is the more important thing here. Yeah, let's get him. Let's get him back in. Let's see what's what. Let's see where they go. If that's their own devices. grandson now. Okay, yeah, we're gonna get one more tick, and then we can become more traditional. And lessen the obligations, that's fantastic. Did we already have that? We already have that. Is there any other laws that we want to change? We could do favor the clergy, I guess. Favor the elite is actually like a fantastic thing to do. Because you just get the maximum tax for nobles going up by 10 is incredible. That would basically, so we'd be a bit we're at 40, we're losing like 30 something. That would mean we'd get some taxes from the nobility. Because yeah, we're not going to get much estate power anyway. Just having tax for the nobility is great. Like, sadly, the 10%, like, the, actually favor the nobility doesn't actually give them, like, much more strength, but basically the 10%, like, it's not even, like, it doesn't even, like, do anything. Yeah, it's just spiritualist, which I do believe I can grant 5, I can grant 10, I can grant 15, so I can basically get it to push 65 manually. Strict censorship will get it to push even more. Religious intolerance also moves it. That's great. Favor the clergy. It's just a spiritualist. I don't believe we need favor the clergy. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I mean, favor the ruler is potentially good. We'll just, our crown power is just awful. It's just never gonna get good. So that 1% crown power is absolutely not worth. That 1% crown power is not worth losing money over. So well helps the aristocracy as well. To push communal values, but it loses legitimacy. Oh, this also makes me lose legitimacy. Sadly. So I guess I'd rather do that than... There we go. And then we actually get to pass it too. Right now I get to keep focusing on the war. Right, so I did kill a bunch of their guys, but they're still very much so active. I am waiting for them to make a move. I would hope they're not at war with anyone else. They're not. Sweet. Now I can check to see what the what I could potentially glean from another thing. Don't think it's worth a 10 legitimacy though. We'll see. Establish. This one's pretty useful usually. Engineers, canonical law. Oh, that one's really good. I assume I don't already have that one. No, okay, I do already have canonical law. That one's very good. See, I already have 5 years of canonical law, so that's not the best. Free subjects is not what I want. Wartime cavalry reserve. Army frontier. Hostile attrition, that is quite funny. Clerical charity is, the effect is very good for that. It also gives character life expectancy +2. We are trying to starve the enemy out, so it might not be the best thing. Getting more life expectancy on this guy is probably good. Making them not starve massively. The 10 legitimacy is brutal. Kind of thinking about wartime reserve, or this one, just establish that. Just calling more parliaments will just get our estates more happy, which will give me more legitimacy anyway. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? I'm fairly sure I can get that to pass. The other ones are also fun. But I think just the food thing might be useful. Boost our economy a bit. Ooh, we don't want to do that. Ooh, okay. Alright, we'll have to see. If we can actually get this to pass. We might need some luck. Yeah, just getting like the estates up by a percentage every month is going to be useful because the noble satisfaction thing will just give us more legitimacy anyway. Yeah, I don't need this to be quite as insane. Accidentally hovered over that thing. Now, I would like for the it would be ever so nice if they actually did something. If they actually moved in. Like, where would their armies even be if they're not moving in? Did they get, like, traumatized or something? And they're like, yeah, no, we're never moving in again. They just aren't moving. Well, okay. Let's just see where they are. Base reputation. There they are. Gains food from Kairos, so they actually get food from Kairos. Okay, there they are. They have woken up. Kind of just there. Let's try and stay in the mountain then. Okay, my guys have gone invisible. That's a bit unfortunate. it's going to be fairly easy wipes, I believe. Another 15,000. Numbers a lot, not looking too hot for them. Just gonna be also having a bit of a struggle. Okay, they're just gonna go into the forest and die. That's great. Now I officially have more troops than them. I'm also growing Constantinople. It's a little bit late because they just haven't really like advanced that much. So I've not really gotten a chance to grow Constantinople as much as I would have liked. But we might still get something, I guess. So this one. Losing support is not what I'd like. Yeah, whatever. Okay, they've once again decided to not do anything. So I guess I'll once again decide to move forward a bit. Okay, they're moving again. Yeah, I guess I'll keep like the 5,000 in there, why not? Excellent news. The enemy could have perhaps been in that mountain. Okay, we are Wasting diplomats. Great Catholic brilliant. Roman thing. Go, go, go. Nice, nice. It's a bit annoying that they're not really advancing any further. Could I entice them to come in? By marching like a weak dude over? Rather than you just dying over there? Like, excuse me, there is actually food in here? Can you, like... No, I guess not. Guess they're not interested at all. Okay. Okay, I'm somewhat annoyed at the fact that they're, like, just not moving. I'm like, continue the war, please. Come on. Okay, there they are. Say goodbye, asshole. They do still have, like, some army. I guess it's like that. That's their elite army that's just out there starving. Well, okay then. No, fine. I'll just, like, fine then. I guess I won't. Whatever. It's not like I wanted to, like, make Constantinople big this game anyway. Sure, whatever. Godspeed. There is food in this place, so they should be okay. You little idiots. Not distributing any food. They're moving. Okay, the coalition has begun, basically. Almost an hour has passed. April, isn't that the time where we have to do the thing? Yeah, it is. Pressing buttons. My guys are getting owned by malaria. As is tradition. Max control. Reordering the provinces. Max. Got that. Impose new order. Max control, max control, max control, and you lose stability. I mean, that is quite good. In combination with, like, the fact that I get, like, 5 control a month. Okay, we've been out of malaria, basically. Oh, they're having a moment. Get my guys in there. Don't die. Good. Get destroyed. Because we're pushing belligerent, but oh well. Anyway, it's been an hour. I'm gonna end the part here. I'll see you guys next time. Later.